One, two, three, two, three.
What's up, y'all? This is an episode of the review on Mirror Music and on Hip Hop Talks. I'm Andrew, and that's Coop, and today we're going to talk about the Big L album, Harlem's Finest. I think the rest of it's Return of the King, right? Do I have that right? Okay, so what's up, man? How we doing?
Uh, Doing better than the Hawks are doing. Definitely doing better
The
than
Hornets, yes,
definitely doing better than the Falcons are doing.
and the Panthers, yes, for sure. Anyway, so what do you think? This is a hard segue. What do you think about the Big L record? Um, where are we
I
at
have
with?
a lot of glowing things to say about the artist, and it's going to overshadow the review of the actual album.
Mm,
But with it being a posthumous release, I do feel like it's important to
yeah.
provide some context about who he is as an MC.
Yeah.
The project is in a lot of ways what I thought it would be. The When I say this is a posthumous project in a lot of ways. The Mobb Deep is a posthumous project because of Prodigy, but the difference is that, well, obviously one half of Mobb Deep is still alive, but
Right.
also too, because because Prodigy passed away much later. You
Right.
know, he was able to record so much more material than Big L was
Mhm.
able to record. And so my excitement about the Mobb Deep project was, were they going to do Prodigy's legacy justice? Because I knew they had a lot to pull from.
Right.
And I feel like they pulled properly and appropriately, and I still enjoy the project and listen to the project sporadically. This is a little bit different with L because he wasn't here with us for long and he didn't have a lot of material.
Right.
So a good bit of this stuff I have heard before.
Mm.
But one of the things that I'm going to kind of unpack when we talk about this is that, L is the victim of circumstance of the whirlwind that is 1994. And when I mean the whirlwind that is 1994, that is Ready to Die and Illmatic
Mm.
for your East Coast diehards. That is Doggy Style being released in, I believe, the last week
I
of
think it's November
November.
'93 or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
like
like
right before
literally,
it.
I believe like Doggy Style is being released around Thanksgiving in 1993, and Doggy Style is running 1994 despite
Yes,
Ready to Die and Illmatic. Yeah, Doggy Style is what runs 94, and so what you see happening with Big L is a immensely talented artist that gets lost in the shuffle of greater and grander artists and greater
mm.
and grander projects. Because what happened to him on a local level is, well, him and Nas signed to Columbia Records at the same time, essentially.
Okay.
Nas makes Illmatic. He makes Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, Big L's first album. It's a great album, Andrew. It's not an all-time great album, but it is a great album.
Hmm.
Illmatic is arguably the greatest album of all time.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel the same way about Ready to Die, although I'm not one of those people. I do understand the things on that album that make people feel that way.
Mm.
Those are his immediate contemporary and peers
And Doggy
from
Style too, right? I
from
mean, I know
what,
he's not. That's not New
what I
York.
mean immediate respective peers. Well, he's repping Harlem. That's Brooklyn and Queens right there.
Yep, I got you.
He is the greatest MC to ever come out of Harlem, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like in a vacuum, if we were doing, it's one of those things. If we were doing the objective career thing, it would be Mace or Cam.
Right, because it's longer. Sure.
Correct, and just done more things and has more of an array and more of a catalog and a track record of a multitude of things. But I'm also mindful, when I listened to the first record, I remembered that it's like, oh no, all the dudes in Children of the Corn were nice, but
Mm.
Big L was the one that was on first, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Big L was on a couple of years before Mace, 3 years before Cam. They were in a group together called Children in the Corn. It was McGruff, Big L. McGruff is the guy who starts off the
Right.
album with L.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
McGruff.
didn't know who he was, but yeah, he's nice too, though.
This is yeah. McGruff is dope too. This is back when they used to go by Murder Mace and Killer Cam.
Hmm.
Yeah, Children of the Corn. Well, they were a nice little crew, and as you can see, everybody in the crew had talent. Because look what happened with everybody in the crew.
Yep.
But L was on first. There was a reason for that.
Yeah.
On the Big L and Jay-Z freestyle, 7-minute freestyle, that's not Big L with Jay-Z in 1995. That's Jay-Z with Big L in 1995.
Oh yeah, yeah.
People
That's one of
understand.
my notes that Big L like did. I don't ever want to say washed, but like he it was pretty even to my ear it was pretty decisive in that kind of thing.
Okay, so here's the thing about it, and we're going to talk about Jay some in this because we're going to talk about comparatively where Big L probably would be had he have been here.
Mm-hmm.
On Hard Knock Life, when Jay said, "And as far as progress, you'll be hard pressed to find another rapper hot as me."
Mm-hmm.
It's the truest thing he ever said on record. That bar right there is the truest thing he's ever said on record because he said that on record in the summer of 1998.
Right.
That 7-minute freestyle with Big L, that was like the summer of 1995.
Yeah.
So in 3 years, that guy that you're hearing on that 7 minutes freestyle really had become one of the greatest MCs of all time 3 years from that. And so when he is saying on Hard Knock Life, and as far as progress, you'll be hard pressed to find another rapper hot as me. Oh no, it's true because you can hear it. Go listen. Well, go listen to 95 J that you just heard. Go listen to 96 J on Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, it's different.
Go listen to the 97 Hove, which is a guy that I revere MC wise the most. And then go listen to the 98 J that has it all mastered. And it's like, damn, oh no. He leveled up as fast as anybody had ever leveled up in the game because he went from being from somebody that couldn't even hold a candle necessarily with Big L in the summer of 95-ish to being arguably one of the greatest MCs of all time in 1998, in most people's opinion. I wasn't saying he was in GOAT talk yet, but he was in that conversation. It's like, oh no, he's already one of our all-time greats.
Gotcha.
So there is some context. The other context that I realized when I listened to this album, L came along at a time where, like, there's a reason also, too, that Illmatic didn't sell and Ready to Die did. Is that aesthetically, what Nas did on Illmatic kind of held to an old guard, and Big and Puff were more forward thinking with Ready to Die.
Yeah.
L kind of falls more on the Illmatic side, but listen to what I'm about to say. Because he talks like Jay, because he talks like Kane, because he doesn't necessarily talk with that next level of content. And we're going to talk Tupac briefly because I think Tupac is responsible for why cats like L probably aren't as held as high in the space as they used to be.
Okay.
Like a guy that raps the way Big L raps. Oh no, Big L is actually like a throwback almost type of MC.
Right.
Like he belongs like with the Cool G raps and KRS Ones. And I'm saying that like in high order and esteem when I'm talking about him.
Right. No, that's high up the list.
Yeah, I'm not saying that as a slap. I'm saying it like, oh no, like lyrically and how he delivers and the menacing style with which he does it, and the emphasis on the witty punchlines and the things that would like make a crowd go like you're in a park jam or something. Oh no, he embodies that the way a Kane, a KRS, a Slick Rick, like the way a OG does. So he's kind of more from that era in terms of how he approaches the microphone and the subject matter.
Right.
And the issue with that is that, well, in 1994, and this is what I mean, when your immediate competition Big has a whole album called Ready to Die. So he's kicking the street shit that you're kicking, and it's not as slick or as smooth. And I'm gonna tell my Big L Biggie story because I met them at the same time. Well, almost met Biggie, met Big L. Around this time, it was in '95. They came to Summerfest in '95.
Yeah, I remember some of the story anyway. Because you told it in a different Mirror Music episode in relation to Big, right? But not in relation to Big.
Right. I did. Yeah, this is the same story. I'm about to tell it again.
But I want
So
to hear it again. That's a good story.
Yeah, it is because I actually got a chance to meet Big L and I almost met Big. Like, and when I mean, like, it's like, well, I seen Big and I was kind of like, what up? But I didn't get to like shake his hand. Like, I got to shake
Right.
L's
I
hand.
got
But in 1995, you have to understand, 94, 95. Oh no, Big L lyrically is looked at the same way a Nas is looked at.
you. Yeah.
Like he is in that stratosphere. But here's what's happened, and here's why I want to bring up Tupac. Tupac's the first MC I think that people really gravitated towards as that guy's great that didn't do all the lyrical stuff
Right.
that a Big L does. And that's where Tupac became a game changer, is because it's like, oh no, Chuck D was doing that before, but it resonated with a sector. It didn't necessarily register like all the way with the masses. Tupac was able to do it and it registered with more of the masses to the tune of platinum and multi-platinum. Ice Cube, kind of the same thing. So you got guys like Ice Cube and Tupac floating around on the West Coast.
Mm.
You know, you got Dre and Snoop literally creating the sound and making the best rap music that people have arguably ever heard between the Chronic and Doggy Style. And it's happening year after year. Because in 93, 94, this is right around the time Big L is coming out. And then in your own backyard, you got Nas making Illmatic in Queens and Big making Ready to Die in Brooklyn. And it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, oh no, he's all time great. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that was really wrong with L. Because even when I go back and listen to Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, I'm like, damn, well, it's like, how about this? The Diary by Scarface comes out in December of 94. There's Southern Playalistic and Illmatic, which come out essentially a week apart. Well, not essentially, come out a week apart.
Like in April. Yeah.
Ready to Die. After those 4 albums, I don't know of a definitive rap album better than Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
those 4 albums, like for me, those 4 albums are in my top 20 rap albums of all
As I
time.
say, they're top 20 ever, right? Like,
I mean, for me, I think the one people would probably quibble about the most, I mean, obviously Ready to Die and Illmatic are in there. People would quibble about maybe Southern Playalistic or The Diary. I mean, if we're talking Southern rap albums, it's going to be hard pressed to find 2 rap albums more important than those 2 rap albums.
yeah, they're the vanguard, right? They're the first ones.
Yeah, they're
Not
the modern day
you know,
vanguard. Like
the
Diary by Scarface and Southern Playalistic by Outkast are the game changers for the South, in my opinion, in terms of the respect that they are giving as MCs. Like, I'm not even talking about necessarily the quality of music. It's like, oh no, we got rappers that rap just as good as you.
Yeah.
Here are 3 of them in the same year, you know, while your guys are having some of their finest moments too. And so it was kind of, I wouldn't say a tipping of the scales, but a balancing of the scales. Well, L gets lost in all of that shuffle because the project is dope, but it's not all time dope. It's not all time great. And so what you see somebody is who has potential to be all time great. And this is where I want to start talking about Jay. Well, him and Jay are remarkably similar.
Mm-hmm. I heard that too. Yeah.
And I'm sure you have that in your notes somewhere that you're like, well, you hear a lot of Jay and L. Well,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
And the beats too. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, a lot of that's they're
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Go ahead.
Where Jay separated himself from everybody who talked that way, Andrew, on Reasonable Doubt, was with the vulnerability and the real life application of the hustler's life and spirit. And so this is what I mean. L and J, rhyme wise, talk real slick the same way.
Right.
Where Jay separates himself is that Big L is a master technician at a witty rap punchline.
Mm-hmm.
It's built for rap. Jay is taking the hustler's ethos, and this is the separation, and this is why I want to break it down. He's making it a witty lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
He's being more vulnerable with it. He's saying it in a manner that it's applying to the manner in which he's living in a lifestyle. And that's why on Reasonable Doubt, that's why Can I Live is such a great record. This is what I mean. Okay, so this is a witty rap application on Big L's first posthumous album. This is Big L's second posthumous album, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He had a posthumous album that was released called The Big Picture, I believe, our junior or senior year of high school.
Okay.
On one of the freestyles, He said, "You're not a leader. Nobody ever followed you. You was never shit. Your mother should have swallowed you."
Mm. Yeah, that's and there was some of that in here. Like,
No.
yeah,
That's what I was using that because it's like, well, now think about this album.
yeah,
Well, that's what he does. Oh, he does that as well as anybody this side of Kane. I don't think he's better than Kane, but he does that as well as anybody this side of Kane.
yeah.
Here is the thing, and this is what I mean about the time that he's coming along. Oh, Jay know how to do that, but Jay gives you something different. And records like Can I Live are the difference. And this is what I mean about witty lifelines. We don't lease. We bought a whole car as you should. Meet me by the crap tables that starts a G up. This way no fraud willies pressing, gambling they re-up. And we can have a pleasant time sipping margaritas. You see the difference?
Yeah.
You're making it witty about the rap shit. Jay's being witty about like, no, I'm living this life. It's more vulnerable. It feels more intimate. It feels like you know that guy better. Like Big L will tell you how much money he has. Jay is showing you what he's doing with the money. It's like, no. We in Vegas at the crap tables that start $1,000 a play. Like, how much money you think somebody like? Think about that. You're at a crap table that costs $1,000 a play. It's like, oh, well, you need to be at least 100, 200, 300 liquid.
Yeah,
to be doing something like that, and that's what
that's not a that's a game of chance, right? You're not doing it because of
right.
So that's just let it fall where it may.
So when Jay ascends a couple years after L and starts hitting you with the same witty stuff, like L does on 22 twos, too much West Coast dick licking and too many niggas on a mission. Doing your best Jay-Z rendition. Too many rough motherfuckers. I got my suspicion that you're just you're just fishing a pool of sharks, nigga. Listen, too many bitches want to be ladies. So if you a hoe, I'm gonna call you a hoe. Too many bitches is shady. That's the record where Jay's rapping like that right before I Cannot Live. So he does the things that L does.
Right.
Then
that sounds very similar to what I just heard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Him and L are very similar. And I'm saying this is high praise to L because you have to understand, as a marksman technician and MC, how about this? If you're doing a player comp, his player comps are Jay-Z and Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, that's high praise.
Yeah, ain't too many rappers got their comps as Jay and Kane. That's high. Like, that's the highest of the highs.
It's not ridiculous to say that, right?
Okay, so I say that to say, oh no, as an MC and tactician and lyricist, no, he's one of the greatest because he is a comparable as a lyricist and a technician, and with his bravado and with his menacing approach and how he sticks the mic and still weaves and is still slick and says very slick things. Oh no, he's very much on par with a Big Daddy Kane or a Jay-Z when he does that.
Yeah. And you guys watching this, if you've ever listened to me talk about this, and I know you know that the slick talk stuff is not necessarily my favorite of the genres, but this dude right here, he was making me laugh. I was laughing at this.
No,
this was, I was like, oh,
he's not.
It's hard to hit me like that, right? It's hard to, you know, I'm actually pretty picky. I know I come on here and don't say very many critical things, but like I am pretty picky about kind of things, and this one actually did hit me true. For sure.
Okay, so you have to understand this. Okay. So you love Black Thought?
Yeah.
And we wax poetic about like how just like in Thought.
Yeah.
L, one of the dudes that give Thought a problem.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the few dudes he does exactly what Thought does. And this is what I mean, the actual legend of L. Oh no, we do it to you in real time. Like with the money talk and with the slick talk. Like, no, I got 20 grand on the battle right now. Like put your money up. But shut the fuck, you know. Like 20 grand right now. Let's go. Like be pulling up on dudes with the money, like looking for like who got 50? I got 80 on me right now. I think Jay told the story one time about how like L stepped to him. L stepped to anybody about a battle. He really thought he was the best.
I can hear that in the lyrics. I mean,
no,
they talk about it actually on some of the songs, but yeah, you can hear the style in there too, for sure.
and you have to understand, like the New York rap scene is very like voracious and like dog eat dog
Yeah.
and different. And so you have to understand a lot of these dudes knew each other before the deal. So you have to understand, even though Big L was just starting to probably reach a lot of people, to people in New York, he was already a legend of sorts because he'd been in battles with like guys. There are legends of him just like slaughtering dudes. Like, no, he was nicer than Cam and Mace and Jay. I mean, in '94, he's nicer than everybody lyrically except for Nas, as far as like the dudes that are new that you're hearing. Because, and this is the thing that goes back to my story. People got to understand this. Ready to Die is all time great. Big is great on Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Big, it's Ready to Die ain't some sort of manifesto on MC and Andrew. It's not.
No.
In 1994, Big is a more complete MC than Big L already. But that's because very few MCs, even from Biggie's inception, have been more have the totality of gets. Okay, so Biggie walked in this game very much the way Magic Johnson walked into basketball.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like the way, like, you know, like somebody, no, he walked in like being able to go get you 20, 15, and 12. Like he walked in like that. He walked in 2015, 10. You know?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different when you got somebody like that. And then you have like somebody like a Nas who people literally think is literally a prodigy. Like a prodigious brainchild. Well, L's not either one of those things, but he's really, 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 really,
Really good.
really fucking good.
Yeah.
And in 1994, he's a better lyricist than Big. And that's why I went to his table first. And then some fool decided he wanted to start shooting when I was literally, there was one person in front of me in line at the Biggie line. I'm literally standing around the girl, like looking at Big, like, I'm like, what up? You know, this is 14-year-old me. I'm like, this is Big L. I just shook Big L's hand. I think if one of the, Biggie wasn't wearing a Versace, I think Big L might have been wearing a Versace that day. In a Kangol, which is kind of what he was wearing in the Put It On video. He might have actually been wearing that day. But I got a little thing from Big L, and he signed my little thing, and I had my Biggie thing, and Biggie was about to sign. I'm sitting up there, and I'm sitting up here. I'm cheesing Andrew, and it's...
Well, you're 14. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 14 years old. I'm cheesing, like ear to ear. Just got Big L's autograph, about to get Biggie's autograph. And there's only one person in line in front of me. And then people started shooting, and I watched Biggie run as fast as I've ever seen anybody that heavy set ever run in my life. I've never seen a big motherfucker run like that fast in person. Like never. When I mean Biggie Smalls hauled ass, y'all. Biggie Smalls hauled ass, y'all. My 14-year-old, like 44-year-old me. I want you to understand, this is 30 years ago now, Andrew. I'm 44. This is 30 years ago. In my mind, I can still see Biggie Smalls running away. Andrew, he was running away so fast that 14-year-old me wanted to run him down. And my first thought is, first of all, if I try to run him down, these niggas going to shoot me because they think I'm a part of the shooting. And then the second thing that I thought was, it's like, man, he's running really fast. I'm not sure if I'm going to catch him.
Yeah, he's a big dude too. Like, yeah.
He's a big dude. He's a heavy set dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he hauled ass up out of here. But my whole point of all of that to say is that for people know that me around that time, and that's around the time I really, 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 really got into hip hop. Well, I was really, really big on lyricists first, and that's why I went to Big L's table first in 1994. And much like I trust my reviews, oh no, I trust my aesthetic. So you can tell me that Big is the better lyricist, you know, in 95, in 96, 97, but not 94. Not 94.
Yeah. I heard at the end of that first song on this record, I think it's McGruff that says that he was Big L was a top 5 for him all time, and actually top 3. And you know, I listened to that because I don't have much context for Big L's music before listening to this repeatedly. And I'm thinking, okay, this is hyperbole. This is whatever. Like, it's good for you. Good, you're shouting out your guy at the beginning. And then I listened to this. I'm like, actually, if he had been like, it's not.
Oh, how about this?
Unreasonable to be in the conversation.
You know who he is? How about this? Album making aside, he's kind of like Jadakiss for his era in
Okay.
terms of, oh no, that's the guy that can get on the track with the two biggest rappers in the game, and he can body them.
Mm-hmm.
Like on, when I mean Jadakiss, I mean no Jadakiss on Blackout with Jay-Z and DMX, like literally
Mm-hmm.
anchoring the song. Like Jadakiss has the first verse on the song, Jay-Z and DMX have the last verse. Still not fucking with him. Like they heard his verse, they had time. They
Mm-hmm.
still couldn't fuck with him. No, L has Jadakiss like he's Kiss before Kiss in a lot of ways in terms of that. Like that guy that like lyrically just spits that shit and it's cold and he can body anybody at any time. But when it comes to making the song, because of the album thing, and that's why I'm bringing up, well, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Big and Puff, Ice Cube, Tupac, you have these guys making these albums with these messages and these themes. And that's not even talking about the poetic nature in Omatic. Well, all those slick, witty punchlines are cool, but how much of a candle does it hold to all of that other stuff? How does that stand next to keep your head up and I get around? Well, it's like, well, it don't stand up as well because those records are just the message on those records, whether you love them, like them, hate them, whatever it is, it's like boom. Well, when Nas is saying, I stood on the block, lose cracks, produce stacks, I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Time is illmatic, keep static like wool fabric, pack a 4-matic to crack your whole cabbage. Well, your witty punchline don't sound as good as that poetic nature.
No.
When Big is hitting people with like the shit on everyday struggle, you know, hard to explain how I maintain the crack smoke make my brain feel so strange. You can't compete with that, dude. When somebody's being that vulnerable and honest with you, you get what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
I'm speaking
It's a
Nas.
different thing. It's a different thing.
That's what I'm saying. So Nas and Big are being poetic and lyrical like you are, but they're also being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right. Jay's idea of vulnerability is telling you, it's like you understand it. Like I'm a real fucking dealer. So like we're at fucking high dollar crap tables. I'm not a mid-level drug dealer. I'm a high-level drug dealer. Like he's talking in code on Reasonable Doubt. That's why all the hustlers love it. It's like, oh, this is the first motherfucker to be talking about how big he really is on record, like in real time.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it so slick, but it's vulnerable. Thinking back when we first learned to use rubbers, he never learned. So in turn, I'm kidnapping his baby mother. No, L can't fuck with that. L's not fucking with that. And so what I would have liked to seen, and I think this is what happens, had he been here, I would have liked to seen the evolution of
Yeah.
him.
That's kind of where I was going with that.
Because his competition would have required the evolution of him.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that Cool G rap didn't always sound like this. If you're gonna listen to Cool G rap's album, he's rapping totally different.
Mm.
And then Rakim made Follow the Leader. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when G was like, first of all, Kane done popped up and passed me. KRS was already here with BDP. This nigga Rakim done made Follow the Leader. And then you hear the Cool G rap that everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear that Cool G rap until Rakim makes Follow the Leader. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would have been nice.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice to maybe have L be here to hear Life After Death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure when. Maybe he heard it was written. Not sure. But also, it was written as one of those records that grew more than it flew. Like it flew
Right.
off the shelves in terms of sales, but the legend of it lyrically didn't grow like it should
over
because
time,
people
for
were
sure.
so thick on Illmatic. But it just would have been nice to see L like really around, like really around to soak in, like Big and Jay's run in particular, because he's more on their side with the witty slick talk. Yeah, it would have been nice.
I guess there's a reason that, like, obviously you guys know I didn't grow up in hip hop land, but like, there's a reason that I didn't know any Big L songs before, like, because he would have gotten lost in that in the Tupacs and I'm like all the things that you've already listed.
And I'm gonna give Jay some credit. When Big L was murdered, he was about to sign to Rockefeller, Andrew.
Mm.
Him and Jay were in talks about how to make flamboyant entertainment fit under the Rockefeller umbrella. And this is before Beanie Siegel and Freeway and the whole Philly thing. And so imagine a rap lineup that actually has Jay-Z, Big L, and Beanie Siegel in it.
That's nice.
That's an all-time great rap lineup. Like literally when all this stuff happened to L, like him about to sign to Rockefeller, I think damn near was like making the Source magazine. So it was like pretty much as good as done. I think it was probably just a matter of how much money Jay was going to probably give L to broker the deal and like what the splits was going to be, because L, was his own man and a businessman and bought Jay into the game. Like, think about this. This is the dude that bought like Cam, Mace, and Jay in.
Wow.
Think about that. And he's the best rapper Harlem's ever seen too. So he's pretty large. Like, the only thing he's missing is the catalog, I guess. In basketball terms, I guess, like Penny Hardaway. Football terms, Gale Sayers. Yeah, because he's not
a very short one.
Because he's not even Grant Hill. Because Grant Hill had 5 or 6 great years. That's why I say Penny. Where it's like he had about 2 or 3.
Grant Hill had actually a really very, very, very good second half too. Like, it wasn't young Grant Hill with the ankles and everything.
No, he could still go get you 15 to 20 and 5.
But yeah, he was still very good for a very long time after that.
No, he could go get you 15, 5, and 5 every night, which is like high level NBA player. Like, your third best player on your team usually averages about that. Yeah. So no, that's why that's what I mean. Okay, so this is what I mean about Penny though. It's like, oh no, like he had about 3 seasons where it was like there was that rookie season where it was like, oh damn. Then there was that sophomore season where it's like, oh, first team All NBA. Then there was that third season where they went to the finals. It's like, oh no, this dude might be the next Magic, and then the injury happened. But he's kind of like Penny in that sense to me. Penny would probably be my comp, like for the sports fans being like, oh no, that's Penny Hardaway right there. Big L's Penny Hardaway. Like, Penny came into the league busting ass, but people need to look at Big L when he was leaving. Big L, when he was leaving, looked the way Penny looked that second season with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, so where
he was literally doing Magic Johnson-like passes, but scoring like Michael Jordan at times. Yeah, there were games that year it'd be like, yeah, Penny had 43 points, 14 assists, and people be like, yeah, that look about right from how he looking. Like, yeah, he looked like Magic. He literally, when people talk about, first of all, and I don't want to riff too far on this because we got to like wrap up this review. I'm just gonna bring this up.
We started out with like 6 minutes.
We started off this way too. I love Steph. No, that's what I'm talking about when I say. No, I think about Steph 3-4 years to come. Steph. Magic walked in like Magic. Magic walked out like Magic. Magic walked out after 11, 12 years of basketball with 5 rings, 3 MVPs, and 3 final MVPs. Steph is on year number 17, 18, and he don't have that. Magic did that in 11, 12 years. No, 5 rings, 5 rings, 9 finals appearances, 5 rings, 3 regular season MVPs.
Something like that. It's a huge
3 finals MVPs. Still, third all-time in assists still to this day. Still like 7th all-time in steals to this day. It's like, ain't nothing against Steph, but like, no.
And he was also playing at the same time as Bird, at the same time as early Jordan. He was still playing. He's against those, and Isaiah. I mean, all of those guys were playing at the same time.
Dr. J, Mike, Moses Malone, Dominique.
Hakeem was in there too.
Charles Barkley, Hakeem.
So to put up those kind of numbers and those kind of stats and those kind of, I mean, his team was
Robinson
too, but it's
How about this? Magic Johnson, the reason that the triple double matter, dude. Triple doubles didn't matter till like Magic made the triple double. Like Oscar Robertson made the triple double a thing. Magic Johnson made the triple double famous. I didn't even know what a triple double was till Magic Johnson existed.
No.
Yeah, don't nobody know. Okay, but back to the review. What you think of the album? Do you think the album's good?
We have made it 40 minutes. I don't know that we've really talked about this actual album very much at all. But
it's outtakes, it's excerpts. There's some hard to find stuff. There's some really good stuff. I love the Meth record, just how Meth talks about buying fucking Angel Dust from fucking Big L. I love that. I love that just on rap terms. It's like, oh, that's two of my favorite rappers like doing fucking transaction drug dealing
And Meth's verse is good too. I mean, again, we've talked about him a bunch this year. That
I almost don't want to talk about Meth anymore because like he's another one of those guys that kind of, because the Wu-Tang Clan took some of the in 1994.
It's another
they
one.
was a better lyricist than Meth too. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is how nice L is. It's like, oh no, he's a better lyricist than Meth in '94 too. Yeah, he's like that. The Meth verse is always going to be good at this point. This is just what I've surmised. Like, some guys are just going to give you a dope guest verse. Black Thought.
But I just want to make sure that we're saying it out loud. I mean, it was
wherever he may be.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? People talk about B being gone, and everybody got on my ass about talking about Kendrick being gone for 5 years. I haven't even been gone 5 months, Andrew.
No.
And I got more bars in me.
More bars than who?
Everybody.
Yeah. And people just used to you pulling up, twice a week or whatever, instead of once every few years.
It's a quote Gangsta Boo, where them dollars at? Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm a capitalist, so sorry.
Yeah. I don't think we can get out of here without talking about Nas's verse either. And the Nas one. No, we haven't actually talked about that in public either.
I thought I was really, really impressed with the record. I am impressed. I like how this album starts. I really do enjoy how the album starts. I do feel like the stronger point of the album is the beginning of the album. The last actual record, I do feel like, is some insight to what L's career was going to grow into had he had more time to grow.
That first half of the album feels like the beginning of something that, almost like something he had begun working on.
Right. And so it does kind of feel like, executive production wise, they try to take you on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I do appreciate and respect that they actually tried to do that executive production wise, because like I said, a lot of this stuff I had heard before. And I guess that's why album wise, why I don't have a bunch to say about it is not being funny. Most of this stuff I heard in high school and college.
Yeah.
So I'm not super familiar with it as I used to be, but a lot of the stuff I've heard, I have at least half. I want to say that after the first time I listened to this, I was I've heard about half this album, if not more already. Now it's under a different soundscape of production, and I do like that because that is another thing. Dr. Dre changed things with putting the P-Funk in the rap, and then Puff went and took the old school shit. And that's what I mean about L being caught at the wrong time, because he's still doing that classic traditional boom bap while that's going on.
Yeah.
This is, and ain't no shiny suits going on, but there are hits being made. Rap is going into a bigger conglomerate than just the dude who's on the toughest corner that can slick talk the best.
Right.
Now L gonna win that fight against almost everybody, but the game changed.
It's starting to become a different fight now, right?
Yes, the game had changed, and I think part of the Silence of the Rockefeller was him adapting, because he's probably looking at Jay, and this is just probably the competitive side of him, is probably thinking I was smoking this motherfucker 3 years ago, and he's running rap now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, Jay is one of the people that make people believe that rap really is a hustle that you can buy into and make work. Because people that know Jay's story is man, that dude was an afterthought.
Yeah.
To some.
He's one of the ones that wasn't born that way, right? He made
correct.
That.
Nobody has met it seems funny, and I mean this respectfully. Jay's real player comp is Larry Bird. If you actually look at Larry Bird and look at the other guys that he's compared to, you'd be like, man, he can't play with those guys.
Oh, yeah, he can too. Yeah, he can.
Man,
but he definitely does not look like he should be able to.
And this is exactly what I was to say. He about to go whoop all of those guys' ass except for Michael Jordan, and he gonna play Magic to a standstill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it don't look, if you look at him in the same way, like if you hear Jay, it's like that's not happening. It's like, oh yeah, it is, because that's the guy that's willing to do the work. You
Yeah.
know. Oh, so he don't have the like Jay don't have the voice that Biggie has.
Mm.
He doesn't have the natural silky flow or delivery that Big has, but he worked at it to the point that it's damn near the same thing. You know.
Yeah.
No, he's not poetically inclined and say like these amazing like metaphors and parables like Nas. No, but he'll say some real life shit that'll make you think and feel broke at the same time. Those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck you done to that? I didn't know Rolex made diamonds on watches till Jay told me that. I'm fucking 16 years old.
Mm.
I'd never seen a Rolex with diamonds in it.
Mm.
So that's what I mean. There are levels to it.
That's part of the hustler spirit, right? He's made himself into
Correct.
something, right? Like it's part of the
And
mythology.
And L does that too, and that's why I keep referencing Jay, because when I listen to this record today again, because I listened to it last week a few times when I thought we were going to do something, then I kind of let it sit again. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I want it to be fresh, and I don't want to like make it a Jay episode thing, but listening to L on these records did make me appreciate what Jay did for people who talk like L.
Yeah.
Because Jay shifted it with his rhetoric, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He really, really shifted it with his record rhetoric. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna talk slick to you different. You know what, yo, dog? What's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6? Like 30 or 40 grand, cocksucker, beat it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how L talks.
Mm-hmm.
Jay made it personal. Jay bought you in. It's like, yeah, I'm pushing the 4.6. That's $40,000 more than the nigga that you just seen pulling up next to me in the 4.0. So don't think me and this dude is the same guy.
Right.
Right.
It's the same thing as the craps table thing, right?
Same thing as the craps table reference. You know, ain't no stopping the champagne from popping the draws, from dropping the law, from watching. So many people have borrowed that line from Jay. But
Mm.
before that, he goes, you see my, he said, you feel my triumphs, never feel my pain, I'm lying. Low in the leather's iron, the best that's ever came. The game changes like my mind just ain't right. Rewind, get this dough. I guess it ain't your night. Sucking me in like a vacuum, I remember. Telling my family I'd be back soon. That was December 85. And Jay-Z Wise 10 years later got me wise. Still can't break my underworld ties. I was waiting for L to do stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because he was ahead of Jay, and Jay progressed to that right in front of all of us.
Right.
If you have Jay and Kane like capabilities, the sad thing about L's death is that we didn't see if he was going to progress into that.
Right.
We watched Jay progress into that.
Yeah.
And so this album is really good. It's a reminder of what he could have been and should have been.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that just in a vacuum, Harlem's best MC. And anybody that would tell you different, I don't think they know their shit.
Yeah. This is the best. Like again, I have much less context than you do, but this is really good.
You can hear it. It ain't nothing against Cam or Mace, you know, because they would probably be the guys that you would probably have to pick,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I don't know. When you hear this guy rap for about 2 or 3 records, even if you haven't heard him rap before, you're like,
Yeah. Immediately, I'm like, oh, this guy is.
you're like, this guy talented.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, he's gifted as opposed to talented. Jay's talented. L's gifted. Like, oh no, he does these things rather easily and naturally. So I wonder what it looks like when he works and digs in and starts like expanding his mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes he's just a victim of that East Coast culture that was shifting and transitioning to what Puff was doing, to what, you know, Ice Cube and Pac and Dre and Snoop, and even Nas was doing on the second album. Big did with Ready to Die. He just wasn't part of the change, and I think that kind of hurt him some. And I think if he would have got with Rockefeller, that would have got him caught up in modernizing, which would have been good for him. But I've always brought up how, well, you know, I don't ever feel like Beanie Siegel got the best treatment out of Jay.
Right.
And that's always felt like he was very comparable to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
This guy more comparable to Jay than Beans.
Yeah, he was. From what I've heard, yeah.
And also looks at Jay at eye level and doesn't look up to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have liked to have seen how that would have unfolded business and beat wise and stuff. Because L type of dude to be like, you're not taking that fucking beat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not taking
And you have
that
the
beat
cachet
from
to
me.
say that to him
You
too.
better go take. Yeah, he would say it to him like, you're not taking that beat from me. You better, Jay. You better go tell that to them other dudes, man. You better stop playing with me. Like he's the type of guy that would say that. Like, cause he's looking at it like, nigga, I brought you in. Like, ain't no, like we. And to be honest with you, the reason the deal probably was a holdup is probably L probably wanted like more stake and ownership on his
Yeah.
side, you know, and Jay probably be like, well, I'm like elevating you, and he's like,
Or
oh,
the
well, I
right
got
of first refusal for beats or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
and you know, we'll never know. I mean, you know, it's crazy. People like Dame Dash know the answer to that.
Yeah. It's
Dame's
a
the one
small
from
list.
Harlem. Dame's the one from Harlem. Jay knows all these Harlem guys via Dame.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he knows them via Dame because that's who he was getting down with before the rap shit. Jay from Brooklyn, Mars, next best. Yeah. So overall, if I had to rate the album, I would give it a strong 3. I would give it a 3, maybe a 3.5. I'm gonna have to listen to it a little bit more. I think some of me is jaded on it because I am familiar with some of these.
And that's the thing. Like I'd put it 3.5, or maybe even 3.7. Like I mean, I like it better, but I also have no context for it, and I did not hear all the songs in college or whatever like that too. So
Okay, so I guess some of the context of it for me, the 3.5 for me would be kind of like with the if I were to give the mob the 4 thing, it would be like on the degree of difficulty. Because Mass Appeal once again has done a wonderful job about putting together a posthumous project and highlighting the things that make the artist great.
Yeah,
Ooh,
even Nas's verse has like punchline. I mean, Nas always has punchline, but he's like emphasizing punchline.
No. He's rapping more the way L would rap than how
that's what
he
I'm saying.
rapped.
Like he's doing that in honor of highlighting the style, right?
Okay, so let's look at these posthumous albums right quick. So L is the guy that does all the things that you want an MC to do. Prodigy is the guy that makes you feel. They came out around the same time. Prodigy is the guy with the greater legacy. Like, that's why my cousin used to always tell me, right? He's like, you can spit all this super lyrical stuff, like if you want to, but if people don't feel you, you know what I'm saying, feel what you're saying, you know?
And then the greats can do both, right?
The greats can do it all, but can exhibit that feeling and still be lyrical. And that's why even though L is a superior MC to Prodigy by almost all measures, I think, except for voice and storytelling, maybe, because he doesn't embody a feeling that you gravitate towards, because he hasn't had those memorable moments, because he doesn't have that it factor that makes you draw towards certain guys that did hurt him. But you know what you hear is an all-time great talent, because that's exactly what he.
The rapping was extraordinary.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. Like
in
bars
like
are gonna
little bits and bobs. Like I mean,
about
some
it.
of the songs I don't say they're unfinished, but like if he was still around, there'd be 3 verses instead of 2, and that kind of thing, right?
Some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff they pulled from mixtapes that was intentionally meant to build a verse. But when I'm spending an episode and I'm talking about his comparative analysis being Big Daddy Kane and Beanie Siegel and Jay-Z and Nas and Ice Cube and Snoop's effect on his career, he's got to be pretty. You know what I'm saying outright? It's like he's Harlem's best MC. No disrespect to Mace or Cam. Like he's Harlem's best MC. Like you got to be pretty special for me to just pull up and say all those things. So he's still that guy.
He's got the $1,000 buy-in for the craps table, right? Like he belongs at the table.
I mean, you know what I thought when Meth said that? I was thinking like, damn. I was like the whole Children of Corn like running the block? But then I was thinking like, they probably were. Okay, let me stop asking questions.
Yeah, let's not dig into that too much.
Yeah. But
I enjoyed it. I've listened to this one more than many of the other ones this year, just because we've been gonna do this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like, and I prepared it and then forgot it and gone back and forth and listened to it a bunch of times.
Well, he does a lot of the things that Black Thought does on the mic in terms of exciting you, so I can see that. Yeah, he's exciting. That's what I mean. His comps: Black Thought, Jadakiss, Jay-Z, Big
These are
Daddy Kane.
legends, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those guys. This guy deserves to be mentioned with them because if he was walking around, that's how it would probably be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. So you want to do outro or you want me to outro this?
click like, share, subscribe to the tribe. We are going through a transitional phase right now.
Yeah.
There are just things going on behind the scenes that, quite frankly, like aren't like you think.
Definitely not.
They're more professionally related for me, at least in terms of how lucrative things and positive things have been for me. I would like to think that people are happy for me. You're gonna
I'm
let
happy
me
for you.
explore those. No. I know you're happy for me.
But
Let me
yes, the
those.
people that are watching us, sure.
Yeah. Somebody who I know in this pod space hit me up a couple of weeks ago and asked me, he's like, "What's been going on? Like, you've been vanishing, this, that, and the other." And I'm like, I had to just tell him, I was like, it took me a while to get back to him. Like, fam, I'm like, nothing is wrong. Like, I'm actually like, I've never actually been better, which is part of why you haven't seen me as much. And until
Doing life, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, life takes you through places and phases and stages. And the place that I'm in right now, I would just be a fool to ignore the things that have been placed in front of me, quite frankly, so I can just come talk on YouTube a couple of extra days a week for about 3 or 4 hours. So I'm going to explore these opportunities. You all are going to have to be patient. And also, just with that, just with some of the stuff we've talked about behind the scenes, where there have been other things that have been in plans, that have been in works, that have caused us setbacks. I had a whole show I couldn't download for a whole month. Trying to get people in a studio in the city of Atlanta at the same day, at the same time, can be, to quote me, very problematic.
Very
We have other
problematic.
things in the works, but things have happened with people in their personal lives, and it's like, well, I can't control it. That's in God's hands. So I'm just going,
Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna run this check up. I'm gonna run this bag up, run this check back, and
I mean, we do not live in the same city, and we're not trying to be in the same physical space in the studio or whatever together.
I mean,
And we can't even get to the place where we're sitting down in front of the microphone more than once a month, and we're doing this at fucking midnight on like
no.
right.
That I mean, no, I hear what you're saying, and I respect that too. This is what I'm saying. I've literally been in this space and had people arguing with me about me giving people shit when they literally disappear for years and they don't hear from that person or that artist. I'm gonna need a little grace from those people. Because those people asked me to give these artists grace. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how are you not going to grant me the same grace that you're telling me to grant these artists? And I ain't even been gone that fucking long, and I'm still popping up and shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about the things that I've been hearing. It's like, oh no, I hear you. It's like, oh yo, Coop, where you at? What you doing? It's like, well, I'm kind of living my life, enjoying my life. Think I deserve that. My dad died this year. I want to live life to its fullest and enjoy some things, and some very, very good opportunities have been placed in my path this year, and I thank God for that. And all of that's good and well. But y'all the niggas just told me to chill out on all these dudes for taking breaks too. Oh, Cooper ain't that bad. Life be happening for people. It's like, I know. It just happened for me, except for I guess I gotta be your favorite rapper. Do I need to pimp a butterfly for you hotep ass niggas? Is that what I need to do? You need me to make some poetry, snap my fingers a couple times, make you happy? So it's like, yeah. So that's the only part of it I got a problem with. I be hearing stuff from the same people that was like getting on me about not giving artists grace about taking breaks. So that's where we at with it. Album gets a 3 from me. But still impressed with Mass Appeal. This has been a great run by Mass Appeal. Like, I feel like I just love that Mass Appeal is doing our legends justice right now. Doing Chef Raekwon justice matters to me. Doing Ghostface justice matters to me. Doing Big L and Mobb Deep justice. Like, no, those things matter.
I'm interested to see what they do for Daylight too.
Doing the super big homie Slick Rick, the triple OG Slick Rick. Like doing these things. Oh no, I think it's important to the culture and the memory and the legacy of hip hop still, even if it does not move the meter like we would like it to. I believe it's Salvador Daylight Project, and of course, there's always that whole, Nas and DJ Premier thing,
It's-
which I'm pretty certain you can digitally stuff in your stocking somewhere based on how things are rolling out.
yeah, it seems like right. They're hitting stuff about every 6 weeks, so that
It
makes
looks a lot like capitalism everywhere I go.
no, seriously, we've been getting one of these mass appeal things every 6 weeks or so.
No,
The
that's
second
what I'm
half of the
saying.
year.
No.
So
Time,
6 weeks is Thanksgiving, and like, yeah, I mean, like it.
timeline says you need to, be expecting the Nas Primo album right around the time you lying to your little ass kids about some fat white man sliding down a chimney.
It seems to be lining up that in that
Lying
direction.
to the babies, saying it's Ajax. It's crazy. All right.
All right, man. All right, take care, man. We're out.